Okay, so 3 revision strategies I would apply to an assignment like this would be to revise globally, regionally, and locally. Globally, in terms of big picture, does the assignment achieve its intended purpose? Does it in fact prove that Kino is guilty and should be held responsible for the killings and for the death of his son? I would argue, as written, yes, it does do that. Regional revision refers to matters of structure, of things that are in or out of place, moving things around, things that are at the bottom of the paper that should be at the top, and so on. And the big change that I would make with an assignment like this would be to remove the parable at the beginning of the Mexican fisherman. I think it's useful and interesting. I went back and forth about whether to put it in, but I think on balance it takes just a little bit too long to get to the main point of the argument, which is that, namely, Kino is guilty. In journalism, this is sometimes referred to as burying the lead. And so on balance, I think I would take it out. Locally, some of the edits that I would make, they're relatively small, but certainly in the beginning where it says this trial is about the story of a man who thought he had little but who really had everything, and who in the obsessive pursuit of what he thought would be much, much more. And then I added, grew bitter, greedy, and suspicious, turned against those closest to him, killed 4 others, and caused the death of his own son. I think that adding the fact that he grew bitter, greedy, and suspicious early on is important to let readers know what will happen to him as part of the opening statement. So that was a big change that I made. There are some smaller line-by-line changes that I made as well, but that was probably the most important one. Other than that, I went through and double, triple, fourple checked all the references to make sure they were useful and appropriate and supported everything I was trying to say. So that's how I did it.